everybody. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get started. It's Valentine's Day week, so I figured I'd start with this one from Babes in Arms. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little bit weak? When you open it to speak, tell me, darling, how you smart. But don't change a hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little bit weak, my baby? When you open it to speak, tell me, darling, how you smart. But don't you dare change a hair for me, not if you say that you care for me. Oh no, stay, little Valentine, stay. Oh, each day is Valentine's. Each day is Valentine's. Each day is Valentine's Day. Good evening, everyone. We're starting an hour early. I see that Dina is here and said she's been here every week, but was too lazy to get off the couch. Well, thank you for getting off the couch this evening and coming up and saying hi. It's nice to see you. I hope you got to see your lovely, lovely scarf last week. I was very happy to wear that. Okay, this week is Valentine's Day week, and this month I'm celebrating love and legacy. There is a song that has been on the request list for Bliss Breaks. Mitzi put it on several months ago, And it took me a couple of months to put it together, but it's perfect for this month. It's called My One and Only Love. Yes, it is. And it was a song first released by Billy Eckstein, written by Robert Mellon and Guy Wood. So let's get into that. I'm moving a little faster today because I have a concert at 7, which is why we're doing this at 6. I have a concert at 7 on Facebook Live for the Mineola Library. So I have to jump off of YouTube and go onto Facebook and make sure all that stuff is ready to go for them by 7 o'clock. So, My One and Only Love. The very thought of you makes my heart sing like an April breeze on the wings of spring. And you in all your splendor, my one and only love. The shadows fall and spread their mystic charms in the hush of night while I'm in your arms. I feel your lips so warm and tender, my one and only love. The touch of your hand is like heaven, a heaven that I've never known. The bliss on your cheek whenever you speak tells me that you are my own. You fill my heart with eager and with such desire. It sets my soul on fire. I give myself in sweet surrender, my one and only love. The touch of your hand is like heaven, a heaven that I've never known. The blush on your cheek whenever you speak tells me you're mine, you're all my own. You fill my heart with such a desire, every kiss you give sets my soul on fire. I give myself in sweet surrender, my one and only love, my one and only love. Yes, my one and only love. I see that Karen and Ellis are here. They said they didn't forget that we're starting an hour earlier. It's funny, I'll have to do a survey because I've got quite a few performance requests for Wednesday nights at 7, which seems to be a very popular time. So I want to keep the Bliss Breaks on Wednesdays, but I'm wondering if I should move them up an hour or down an hour. I don't know. So that I can also accommodate people who are paying my bills and hire me to do concerts on Wednesday evenings. So I'll think about it. I'll ask you guys in the email and see what happens. Okay. Legacy, love and legacy. That's my theme for the month of February 2021. And this song starts my legacy pair for this evening. I'm going to start with Nat King Cole, and this song is called LOVE. It was originally actually released as an instrumental, and then words were put to it, and it was offered to Nat King Cole, and it was released right before he passed away. So it was the last album, the title track from the last album, and the last single that was released before he passed away from lung cancer. So we're going to celebrate the legacy of the Cole family, starting with Nat King Cole. L is for the way you look at me. Woo! O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. Now E is even more than anyone that you adore. Yes, love, that's all that I can give to you. Love, it's more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Sha-da-da-da-da-da-da. 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 Oh, well, that's for the way you look. You're looking at me. Oh, it's for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. Now E is even more than anyone that you adore. Can love, that's all that I can give to you. Oh, love, it's more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Yes, love was made for me and you. I'm telling you, love was made for me and you. Yes, love was made for me and you. That's the thing about live, doing it all live. I flubbed that first note and took a little while to kind of fall into that melody. So thank you for still appreciating that I got through the song. Okay, moving on with, I see that Fred and Lori said that they remembered too. They remembered. Glad to see you here as well. Continuing with that Cole legacy is Natalie Cole, who would go on to become a superstar herself in her own right. She kind of rejected going into music at first because she lost her father so young. She was away at school when he died, and they didn't really tell her how severe his cancer was, and that it was fatal, that it was incurable. And she didn't get to spend as much time as she wanted to with him before he passed on. But she did go ahead after a while and dealt with her trauma and pain and all that stuff, and did decide to follow in his footsteps, and did a wonderful job at it, starting with being a star in R&B, and then going on and crossing over to being a vocal jazz aficionado, if you will, even covering some of her father's music and doing duets, starting a whole new thing with taking the recordings and doing duets with his voice posthumously. So that's a legacy that is wonderful. And actually, I created a whole show around it. So I have a Silver Fox Songs show called Nat and Natalie, the unforgettable Nat and Natalie, and I do his jazz and her R&B. So I'm going to do her R&B tonight. This is Inseparable from the 1975 album by Natalie Cole. inseparable. That's how we'll always be, inseparable. Just you and me, it's so wonderful to know you'll always be around me. Incredible what you are to me, incredible. You bring out the woman in me with your style of love, inseparable. Yes, we are. We're like a flower to a tree, like words of a melody of love. Oh, there's no way we could break up. No words that can make us lose our thing. We are inseparable. That's how it is, inseparable. For the rest of our years, it's so wonderful to know you'll always be around. Inseparable, yes, inseparable. And that was a great song off, like I said, the album was called Inseparable. And This Will Be was on that album. I think I Got Love on My Mind was on that album. So I had some to pick from for tonight, and I just chose that one because I had already had a track for it. And gosh, this time flew by again, really, really fast. So again, thank you so much for coming to my little jazz club in Jersey City, in my house, in my office, and spending time with me on a Wednesday evening. I hope you've been lifted by some songs of love and legacy. And I will see you next week at our regular time, 7 o'clock. I'm going to close with this song, which is one, probably, let's see, it's probably my favorite Sam Cooke song. And there are, for a man that passed on at 33, he sure does have a lot of music that could be celebrated. So I'm going to celebrate with this one that I love during this time of the year, because it's asking Cupid for a little bit of help with love. I found love, so Cupid is just a friend that I say hi to from time to time. Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart for me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me. Now I don't mean to bother you, but I'm in distress. I'm in danger of losing all of my happiness. For the boy I love doesn't know I exist, and this you can fix. Oh, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart for me. Nobody but me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me. Now Cupid, with your arrow make his love strong for me. I promise I will love him for eternity. I know between the two of us it's hard we can still. So help me if you will. Hey, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart for me. Nobody but me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me. For me. For me. Thank you, Cupid. All right, everybody. Thank you again. I'll spend like maybe a few minutes in the chat box because I've got to bounce off to go over to Facebook to prep for that show. Thank you so much for Fred. Fred made a comment. Happy Valentine's Day to you and your special person. My special person is Chuck, my drummer. Anybody who's seen me with my trio or band or wedding band or anything like that, you see me with the special love that's in the other room, doing his thing as Chuck, my drummer, and my man. But anyway, I'm making myself laugh during these shows. Thank you so much again. Share, like, subscribe, be an ambassador of Bliss. I do also do these concerts for private events, so let me know if you have something coming up. You want to do a tea party or you want to do dinner and music or whatever, I'll do over there, be singing. Hey, I'll be your live jukebox, whatever you want. So, and then check out my calendar. There's a link to my website in the box below the video. Check out my calendar. I'm doing a whole lot of libraries that are open to the public and they're free to you. But they're hiring me to provide for their services. So check that out, and where you can link in, come and see me. I'll be doing longer shows, actual full showcases from the Silver Fox Songs series. And actually this weekend, yes, Saturday night, I'm doing a special showcase that was curated by a library. They asked me to do the Ladies of Motown, and how appropriate was it that it was the same week that I get to celebrate Mary Wilson's contribution to the Motown label. So we'll miss her. She passed on yesterday or the day before. So thank you again for being such a wonderful, wonderful group of people. And I appreciate you and look forward to seeing you next week. All right, everybody, have a good week. Happy Valentine's Day.